Hello, hello, and welcome to this masterclass or workshop. I wanted to create this video because I believe that there is so many educators out there who are tired of actually teaching in the classroom, who really want to use and turn their years of experience in the classroom and create an online business, not only an online business but a purpose-led online business. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I am an educator and I have done this business as well online. I have grown and I have seen the importance of really digitalizing my work, because you can be working for someone else's vision for years, but now you have never been really invested in building your own vision. And sometimes it can be tiring, and I believe that God wants you to start really thinking about the next level of your life and how you can actually use your gifts, your skills, and create a digital online course that can give you revenue and also that can help you to prepare for retirement. So I believe that this is now the time to do it, because ultimately in the future you will be able to reap what you've actually sown. So now that we are in this AI era, now that we are in the digitalized information, I believe it's time that you really take into consideration the fact that you need to use your gifts and use it wisely. So I want to dive into the workshop today about the five mistakes that I feel that stop educators from building their online business. So I made some notes and I want you to really pay attention to that. I believe that as well, that you've invested the years, as I said before, the knowledge, expertise into helping your students. You've developed your leadership skills as well, your communication, coaching, maybe problem solving skills that are valuable beyond the classroom. But now it's time to really think about a strategy that can help you make extra income online. And this is the time, and my prayer is that at the end of this session, really, you will see that your classroom is not the end of your calling, it is the foundation of your next assignment. So if you lack strategy, you have a limiting belief, if you feel uncertain, if you feel that you held back, and you really want to really understand how you can change these skills that you had that you have been prepared for years, how you can actually use it to create extra revenue, you are in the right place. So the first mistakes I believe that educators are doing is waiting until you're ready. You cannot wait until you're ready, because I believe that many educators believe that they need another qualification, another certification, another years of experience before starting. They always focus on perfection, okay, but before really focusing on purpose. And I believe that your years of education have really already equipped you with the valuable expertise that you need. But you need to really gain into confidence now. You need to start growing into action and not wait, because at the end of the day, you want to take the first steps. You want to really focus on building. You want to use what God has given you and help the people that God has encouraged you to change, to transform. You want to help them to develop themselves, and it's all through obedience. The second mistakes I believe that educators do is really underestimating the value of their expertise. You have power, you have value, you have prepared it for years. Okay, now it's time. I believe that many educators really don't realize that they already possess the skills. You already have the skills that people need. And you don't. You need to start now. Okay, every lesson that you've really planned, okay, has developed you for your training skills. Every meeting that you attended has strengthened your communication. Every classroom challenge has increased your leadership ability. Every school initiative has built project management skills. Your knowledge solves real problems for others, and I feel that your expertise is your greatest business asset. The mistake number three is I feel that you always think small. Having a small vision really doesn't really allow you to have a God vision. And you need to start thinking, what is the vision that God wants me to have beyond my classroom? And I say that because I have done the work myself and I want to help you in that journey, because sometimes you don't know where to start. And seriously, there is so many gurus out there, and they charge you so much money, but what I offer to help you, it's really peanuts compared to really um, what you can build. Because for me, I'm really into purpose. I'm very into helping other people to develop their mindset and change their gifts into profitable income. So I believe that, as I said, for the mistake number three, educators think only about surviving instead really of expanding their influence. And God really wants to give you a bigger vision. Okay, He wants to allow you to use your teaching skills not only in one platform but for your only platform. Okay, so you need to learn that you can influence schools, you can influence organizations, you can influence parents, you can influence global communities. So the whole point in creating your business is another revenue to serve people. So you can still have your job if you want to keep it, but now start thinking about another stream of income. And you don't have to really create something extra because it's already inside of you. So I want you to shift your mindset, so you can focus on impact before you can actually create income. So I believe that your influence really should continue beyond your retirement, and this purpose-led business digital program that you are building is gonna live and it's gonna outlast you. So I want you to start thinking about it. So the fourth mistake that I feel educators do is staying in their comfort zone. Growth never happens inside of your comfort zone. You have the power as a faith-based educator to not only remain in family routines, but really to break out with the fear of uncertainty. And I believe that God is calling you to something greater. So break out of your comfort zone, create something bigger for yourself. Every significant breakthrough begins with a step of faith. So you need to really step into the unfamiliar territories if you want to really grow and expand your life. So God had also called you to leave your comfortable zone so you can expand and influence beyond the classroom. Your classroom has prepared you, okay, but sometimes you think it is the final destination when God is saying, no, your experience is the foundation of your next season. So I want you to really start thinking about a business where you can be so successful, a business that you can use your skills, embrace what you've learned, your experience, and this will definitely create change in education because you're the solution that education needs. So it will actually allow you to grow and really go beyond the challenges that you're facing right now. So the greatest risk is not trying or spending years wondering, okay, what if I had stepped in faith? If what if I stepped out in faith and really build my online program? So that's what I want you to really start thinking about. And the mistake number five is really allowing your fear to be greater than your faith. You need to walk by faith. God has given you that faith. Faith is a muscle, and fear sometimes keeps you, okay, or keeps us. I'm even talking about for myself because I always say, okay, God, I need to increase my faith because I know it's a muscle, and sometimes fear can keep your gifts, hidden, and you don't want to keep your gifts hidden to the world. You need to start saying, you know what, I want that gift to really um influence globally. So most of the time we have fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of technology, fear of being visible, fear of charging for your expertise. Faith really grows every time, and I want you to start thinking to break those kind of fear in your life and start walking in faith. Okay, the truth is that God has already given you the expertise, the wisdom, the leadership, the influence, the story, the calling. And I want you to start thinking that your business is not simply another business. It is a vehicle to serve people and expand your reach online. So I want you to start thinking about ways that you can step into that new season of your life. Okay? Start identifying one problem that you're really passionate about. Start saying, you know what, God, I want to extend my reach. I want to grow bigger. Give me the courage and the faith to do so. And I would encourage you to join, okay, my program. I have a 12-month program called the Educator CEO. Well, it's a great community where you will actually connect with other leaders, other faith-based educators, and you will learn to really shift your mindset and build an online business that can create revenue. You need to start shifting your mindset, and when you have 12 months and you really have that community of empowerment, and you start thinking about ways that you can grow yourself, you will see that have invested in yourself, not only in yourself, but you have as well unleashed another level that God wants to unleash in your life. And I want to leave you with the next bonus mistake. Okay, the last mistake that I feel that is stopping faith educators from really building their online business is building without strategy. And you need to have people around you, people that can help you to build with strategy. So sometimes we focus on social media, but it always starts with the mindset. So I want you to start thinking about how you can find a problem, find a solution, find a way that you could actually solve that problem, and really transform other people. You need to start building a clear message. You need to start creating your offer. You need to start really growing into consistency. You need to start really thinking about having a successful business. So I encourage you to join my membership community. For 12 months, you will see the change, and you won't regret it. So I want you to really to leave you with this. Okay, you create a legacy that transforms lives of generation. So the whole purpose, the real question is whether you're willing to steward, okay, the gift that God has given you. Okay, and when you combine those gifts, okay, with your educational expertise, with faith, with vision and action, you create more than a business. So this is what I want you to be part of, and I encourage you to click on the link and to join the membership today. Thank you so much for listening. And if you know any CEO, educator, faith-based educators that need what I'm actually talking about, make sure that you share that with them as well. I see you in the membership. Thank you, everyone.